Okay, so today I'm going to show you something that I've learned very important. And this is the first time in human history that someone discovers something that's very important. How to protect your thyroid gland. Your thyroid gland is right here. I made an X right there. And also your forehead. Okay? I have the video in my groundings. I have this in my grounding, blah, blah, blah. And I always said this area is very important. I'll list it on the screen right now. That's what they're saying, but I'm not a doctor, so I don't know, but I kind of have an idea. Now, today's video is about the thyroid gland. It is very important that we have to learn how to protect, and how I made the discovery. Now, I always knew that number one, we always breathe in radiation. That radiation is from the sun itself. Then, now, in today's world, we have cell towers, cell phones, wireless, Wi-Fi. They are all over the place. Everything as you go. And people who are coined as EMF sensitivity will face this problem a lot. And their thyroid gland is going to have it even worse. They're going to be bombarded even worse because they have to breathe that in. And it's going to affect their thyroid gland. I always knew. Because here's the thing. Remember, in many of my videos, I said, I can breathe really good. And I can smell things really good. I can actually smell wireless signals. A lot of people won't believe it, but like I said, there's a distinctive smell in wireless signals. And I said, why? Why do I smell it, but other people cannot? Well, I'm pretty sure there are people who can smell them. They just don't know it. And I said to myself, your nose. The first thing that the signals that is in the air, it's going to go into your nose. Or from the sun, it's going to go right into your nose. And then what happened? It passes through. Okay? They don't think it does. As we talk, as we breathe, any of that, it's going to pass right through. Okay? We're not only breathing through from here, but we also in our mouth. So as we talk and stuff like that, it goes right through. That's how we catch a virus. And guess what? The first thing a virus does, it attacks your throat. And that's why some people, when during the flu, their thyroid gland blow up. Well, that's another one, but let's keep this short. So, here comes my discovery. Because I knew that it always coming to my nose. I said, how can I protect this? Because, remember, during this Rona 19, we have to wear a mask. And to protect that from coming in to attack this area, right? Well, when I was young, I am always, I don't like milk because it gives me diarrhea. So I always skipped it. So I didn't drink it that too much. So if you are one of those people, I know what it's like. And I always skipped it, but here was a problem. There were vitamin D and vitamin A, but there must be enzyme in here that actually protects, yes, it protects your throat. But here's another thing too. When I drink that, I have, like, my throat and my nose doesn't breathe too good. So I always, because I don't breathe too good, I try to avoid milk. Well, to be honest, I quit coffee a while back, and I stopped drinking cream. I can no longer use butter, but I don't think that's fat. I don't think that's going to work, from my understanding of it. So I cut cream out. Well, cream is fat. So I guess that's when my feeling amping. And just remember, 5G is amping really hard right now. And I'll explain that in a minute. But because of that, I was able to discover what we can do to protect our thyroid gland with milk. Yes, the first time in human history, and the first video in the world to say that yes, we are going to use milk to protect our thyroid gland. Furthermore, in milk, vitamin D and A. So make sure to help your thyroid, vitamin D. And then you can use potassium plus iodine. That, remember, in some of, if you ever watch a movie and things like that, they always talk about this because involve radiation. Like anytime there's a nuclear disaster or something, you have to buy these because that's what it protects. Well, guess what is protecting thyroid gland? And remember Chernobyl? People can't go back there unless they put a mask on because breathing. Like I stated many times, we always breathe that in. So, hey, wait a minute. You can't go back to Chernobyl without putting a mask on. Well, you can right now because some people would take a chance, but you're not supposed to because that thing lasts for a long time because it's too much high radiation. Decay. Remember that, okay? And they don't recognize it. They think it's high radiation. No, that's decay radiation because it is so strong, it lasts so long. Nobody said that either. Nobody. So, that's why they cannot go back there. Or stay there and live there. Although some people take a risk and live there and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, people like us, or known as EMF sensitivity, we would be in trouble. Because we cannot breathe that in. And it's going to stuck there for a long time. Anyway. So, if they can't go back there without a mask, what do you think that we can walk around the streets and stuff like that without a mask too? Because now it is in so much of it. It's not like Chernobyl, but there's so much of it. It's in the air. It's in everywhere. It's in the car. It's in everywhere. You cannot escape this one. Once 5G come to your town, you're going to hear people like this. In about 2014, remember one of my videos, I say 2020 will be very popular, right? I have it up here. And I also say 2022, there's something really happening, and it is happening right now. Things are changing. In 2024, you're going to hear a lot of people who have thyroid problems. So if your thyroid problems if you have a little bit, just a little bit of EMF sensitivity, you're going to have thyroid problem in 2022. But if you are EMF sensitivity way before 5G come to your town, you're going to face this problem. You're going to face so many problems, breathing problems. You're going to have backaches. You're going to have even kidney ache. Yeah, some people have that. Dogs and cats, animal, your pets, fatigue, tired all the time, weak. Oh my, I can list go on and on and on and on and on and about this list. You saw my videos how I tried to defeat this thing. And that's how I always been to be that way. So, because of that, and because of something that I didn't drink during my teens, and because I try to avoid because it gives me diarrhea, which is milk. Okay? And because of that, I said, you know, I haven't drank milk in a long time. Let me drink that again. Well, when I did that, within just half an hour, oh my God, my headache disappeared. I said, huh? Now remind you, I have that video, and I was begging and begging and begging for that hand. Remember I said that hand upstairs to help me. And finally, that hand upstairs helped me. And I am very grateful for that hand. Remember that. I have this special hand that always guides me so many ways. You can call whatever you want to call it. You can call it poop too if you like. Maybe a poopy hand, you know. Sometimes it is. Ha ha. So, I asked for help. I was in my wonder tent, and you know, one of those moments that you got up to a certain point and you said, I need help. What is my next task? What am I supposed to discover next? Why? And I started to cry. And I went to sleep the next day, which is the day that I will never forget, 3/20/22. I went to the store and I bought a few things, and I said, you know, maybe I'll get my life a little bit better. I bought a bunch of material, cotton, to start it, to make my own stuff so I can make my own EMF clothing, because I am hurting. In that video I said that my on top of my crotch, it feels like someone poking. Oh, I also have another video. Oh my God, I was measuring some stuff, which is I'm making that right now. It's kind of long. I can actually beat the machine. When the machine make a noise, oh my God, I beat it before. I can actually tell before. I can feel a yank in my hands. Yep. So you are absorbing and you are breathing. Remember, just remember, okay? We are always breathing, and I always said that. Since the beginning of this journey, I knew it was always breathing, because we are all breathing it in. And guess where it's going to go first? Right here. It filtered. And that's why, oh, another one. I always said, and I always knew, and I always had a hunch that our thyroid gland is the most important gland or organs. I consider it as an organ in your entire body, because it regulates even your temperature. First time in human history that someone actually said that is the most important gland or organ in your entire body. And that's why people who lost them don't live too long. Now you know. Once you lose this, your body going downhill, because there's nothing to regulate. So it is very important to listen to this video so you can learn how to protect. And I am going to show you how to protect. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a little bit about protection. And this is just short. I probably make a longer video later about protection. Here's what I did, and that's why these are here. I'm going to move this over a little bit. Aluminum, or you can get these tapes. These are conductive tape, but they're just aluminum. Okay? These are, they are in like the area where they air conditioners and stuff, because that's what they use for, air conditioner and heating. Okay, just regular aluminum foil. And then you get a mask. Okay, this is acrylic. That's what I bought. This one I made because I want it bigger. And here's what I did. When I go outside, when I walk my dog, I just put it on. I don't give a crap who laughs at me, blah, 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 anymore. It is no longer a joke. They just don't know it. And I put aluminum foil inside. Just like so. And I put it on my nose. Like that. And I walk around to breathe. Yup. My hat. I also have a hat that have aluminum foil, and I put it on so it doesn't attack there, so I don't get headaches. Okay, now I may have to make one for here as well. I don't know yet. I'm going to test that first before I actually make that video to make how to protect your thyroid gland. Then, if you don't know how to crochet, remember I said, oh boy, crochet is going to come back because we have no choice. We do not have a choice. Well, we do. People are going to see these and they're going to stop making these and they're going to start selling them in the future. There you go. Now, you can buy one of these and then just take this part out and put your filter in like those masks. But use it as, this is acrylic. Either wool or acrylic. Wool is a little bit better at night. Acrylic in the day. And that's why I have these. And what I do is I take these and I tape them. That's it. And I put it on my face. When you go out there, the signal gonna bombard it. It's gonna hit this first. Understand? That's why it's inside here. Look at it. Okay? Because you cannot touch it. You're going to absorb if you do it the other side. So just pretend it's a virus hitting it. And no, it is not Rona 19. This is radiation. We're all doing this to protect ourselves from radiation. Okay? So now you got that out of the way. I'm going to go through this. You're going to need potassium plus iodine, something like that. But even though the daily value, look how it says 150%. So what I do is I cut this in half. See the tablet? I cut it in half and drink that. So that means I only get about 75% daily value. Because I'm not too sure. So if you want, you can cut it in third too if you want. And here is the thing for that. Nutritional fact. Okay, pause the video if you need. Now, the next one is vitamin D. And you know that everybody's always talk about how good vitamin D, blah, 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 all this stuff, okay? And see how it says supports immune health? Well, guess what? This controls your immune. Yeah, they just don't know it. Now, see how it says support bones, teeth, and muscle health? Well, it does, kind of a little bit. This is the daily value on that. You can pause the video and I hope you can see. If not, you can ask and I'll write it. Okay? And again, this is 125% daily value. So since I drink this, and it has vitamin D in it already, I just cut that in half. So get it in tablets so you can split them. Okay? So now we got that out of the way. We come to milk. It has vitamin A. Unfortunately, I don't have vitamin A right now, so I order vitamin A. So the list, vitamin A, vitamin D, but we already have enough vitamin D in here, so take half of those. Then you need potassium iodine. Potassium plus iodine. That will help. Potassium helps with the muscle if you have yanks and stuff, because look where it says thyroid support. Okay, and it supports electrolyte balance. Also nutrition for healthy thyroid function. Okay, and yes, it will help you on that. Now, when you drink your milk, this is where my discovery comes from. I just knew that we have to actually protect this. But I said, how? I said, wait a minute. I used to have clogged nose when I drink that. Why? Why? Why does it stuff up my nose, but my nose breathe really good? So I said, okay, fat does have something contribute to that, or maybe even how the manufacturer does things too. This is natural. Okay, so you got to remember, stick with organic or natural. Pay that little extra because this is very important. Now, since we got the milk and this is the daily value right there. Okay, and this is 1% low fat. If you want to, you can get it 0% low fat and it will still work because we don't need the fat. Me, I want a little bit of fat in it because I may be losing weight, so I want to keep that. Okay, and also to see how it says not to use artificial growth hormone. Just that's how they do it, you know. They're natural people, or try to. I love their milk anyway. So it says right here, vitamin D only 10%. So when 10% and I only drink half, I'm pretty good. But 10% per serving. Serving is 1 cup, which is about 8 ounces. Okay, and this is about that much. A little bit more than that. I drank a little bit before I did this video because I don't want my voice to change. Have you noticed that my voice changed? That's very important too, if your voice change. When it goes deeper, whatever it is, it's in trouble too, yeah. Right there. That little X. Okay? Very important. So, because of this discovery, I've learned that there's something important here. That we have to learn how to protect that. But how do we protect that? So what I did was, when I drank it, I can't show you on the camera, of course. When I drank it, pretend my throat is right here. When I drank it really slow. And I gargle, but not gargle, but I lift up my head up high. So that way the liquid gets stuck here. And then I swallow slowly, slowly, slowly. And then I do it again until this is done. 1 gulp. Hold it for a little bit. So that way it coated this area. The trick is to coat this area, okay? Remember that. Because it takes about average, since I learned this thing, and yes, time is very important, as everybody knows. It takes about 4 hours for it to dissipate a little bit. But these will help us. Okay? But we need to protect this. So that's how we are protecting. Okay? So that's why we drink less. Not less, but slow. Sorry. So that's why we have to drink slow. And when you drink it really slow, when you drink it really slow, it coated your throat and it coated the area that absorbs the radiation in here. So when you breathe, it doesn't absorb into your thyroid gland. So that's how it helps in you. Although I think it's going to go to our lungs. But then when it goes to our lungs, we're going to need our Wonder Bracelet. Remember, we always need our Wonder Bracelet, okay? We will never going to have to. Remember, that's another great discovery. But I think this is even better. But we have to work with this, the Wonder Bracelet, the Wonder 10, and the Wonder Rays. And that Wonder Rays is coming too, okay? So, because of this, oh my, I started, when I discovered this, oh my God, I started to cry. And I say thank you for showing me things, and thank you that little special hands. Say thank you for showing me a special thing, because it was so important for me. And I start crying. I got so much tears, and my headache was gone until today. My headache is still gone. Well, it came back just a little bit. I still feel the amping. Don't forget that, because it's still strong. But imagine, within just 1 hour, I was able to feel what it was doing. And I knew it. I just knew it. I knew it since I don't even know when. In maybe 2009, 08, 07 even. I knew it. What was doing to me. But I could not, and it took so long. If you really counted the way that I started, it took 12 plus years to find this thing. Yep, 12 plus years to find that I have to finally know or learn how to protect or coat it, my thyroid gland, so the radiation cannot absorb through. Yep. And this, imagine, I did the 1 to 10, I did the 1 to bracelet, and I did the 1 to raise, which is coming up next. And I'm going to leave everything right here. Once I link everything, it's right up here. And now, my great discovery, which I knew long ago, but I just didn't know how. So all we have to do is coat it this area. And when we coated this area, we're able to breathe, and it doesn't hurt our thyroid gland. So we have to, not only that I will advocate for the sun, I would now advocate that we have to protect our thyroid gland. And that's what this is. And imagine, it's from milk. Milk. Yep. Can you imagine? Milk. Because of milk, it gave me the coating that I needed. But I knew it long ago, since I was young, that I couldn't do it. I couldn't, you know, because it blocks me from breathing. I hate it. So I avoided, and I said, you know, remember this before I go. That used to be my enemy. Now it becomes my friend. I always said that. This wool can be your enemy, but at the same time, it can be your friend. Well, long ago, that was my enemy. Now is my friend. You see that? Funny, huh, how life works. But anyway, I will see you in the next video.